Crypto moves in seconds. Miss the pump, lose forever. BitProfits never sleeps.
With thousands of members winning daily.
While you hesitate, we profit. Join the elite now.
I want to talk about kind of going back where we were kind of picking up where we left off as far as trend lines. I want to talk about conditions. And what are conditions? Okay, what are conditions? Conditions are those if-then statements that you see. If this happens, then I will take this action. And the reason why certain types of traders are successful, the reason why certain types of people are successful at trading is because they have really good analytical skills. And that's what you have to develop. Even if you don't think you're an analytical person, these are the type of skills that you'll need to develop to be a successful, profitable trader. You have to look at things with an analytical lens. Remember, just a few days ago, just 2 days ago, I was saying we're going up, right? So it's like, what happened? So if you only catch a couple of our segments, if you only catch a couple snippets of the meeting, you're probably back holding on this way up saying, yeah, Mike said it's going to 108. It's going to 108. Yes, that is true to an extent. I also said, if we break trend, pack your bags. We're going on a road trip. We're going down, right? So I want to talk about those if-then statements and how you can incorporate that in your trading. Okay, I want to give you guys some free alpha today. So let's kind of go back to that first example. I just want to show this because we talked about it. It should be clear. We were going up. We're on an uptrend. We plotted that. We see the consolidation between 108,000 on Bitcoin and 104. We see, let me go to the 4-hour. You see the consolidation from here to here. You see clear, you look at how long we were in this channel, right? Clear consolidation. Now, as we started going up, we went up. There was no more buyers to support the price. We went down. We started to go back up. I said, okay, yeah, it's going to retest that. How did I know it's going to retest that? I said, well, even if it's going to go down, which it did, it still needs to reject this level. We still need to talk to the pretty girl just to see if she's interested in us. And if she ain't interested, it's cool. We get rejected and you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what happened. The pretty girl has to reject us here. We can't just like go sit in the car, not, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to shoot our shot. And that's kind of what happens here. We shoot our shot. So if we go to 104 and we cannot break it with volume, then we reject and then we go short. So let me go back down to the 1 hour. If we approach 104 and volume, look at volume here. Volume is staying pretty flat here. We get to our key level of resistance. We don't have increasing volume. You see volume increasing here to the downside. Where is that increasing volume here? Remember, these volume bars, they represent total volume. Yes, they're red and green to show buyers and sellers and who won that battle in the 1 hour match. But this represents total volume. Okay, so the red bar doesn't mean that they were all sellers. The green bars don't mean that they were all buyers. It just means that there were more buyers than sellers in that particular hour. We still want to see increasing volume, especially as we approach a key level. Now, why is that, you may ask? Because as we approach key levels, we want to see orders getting triggered. We want to see those limit orders getting filled, right? There are no buyers buying at this level. Nobody has their buy order set at this 104. So guess what? If there's no more buyers coming to push the price up, we go down. The pretty girl has just rejected us. So, okay, maybe the pretty girl rejects us here and we go talk to her friend. That's the trend line. We go talk to the pretty girl friend. And because they run in the same clique, the pretty girl friend's like, nah, you just try to talk to my friend. I don't really know if I should talk to you, blah, blah, blah. So we start to consolidate to see if she changed her mind. And then she's like, nah, I can't really talk to you. You just try to talk to my friend. Boom. We get rejected again. We got rejected by the pretty girl. We get rejected by her friend. Now we're going to talk to now we're going to talk to somebody else. We get rejected. Does that make sense? We get rejected back down to support. So if If we get rejected by the pretty girl, then we go talk to her friend. If we talk to the friend and we like, mind you, we had consolidation here, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 hours of consolidation. If we talk to the pretty girlfriend and she rejects us, then we are rejected. We are going down. We're going short. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to give y'all some ways y'all can remember it. So let's look at current time. This is where we're at now. We're at 95. We're holding support. We have our support. We have a lot of support in this region. Look at my levels. You can steal my levels. 94.8. I'm just calling this 95K. That's why you see us wicking through it. But this is what we call a demand zone. We have a lot of buyers in this general region. Maybe not right at 95,000, but you can see here when it's wicking down, look at the volume getting spiked. So a lot of orders got filled here. We had a dead cat bounce. We coming back to retest it. But this is a general demand area where there's a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers in this region. So we're starting to consolidate. Okay. So back to our if then. If we cannot hold this 95K level, what happens? Then we go short. We continue to ride the trend. If we cannot hold and we break with increasing volume, then we ride it down to the next level. This might not be a big move for you to try to, try to trade this, but that's generally how you should approach the market. If we cannot hold this level with support, with increasing volume and buyers coming up to hold the price up, then we go short. Okay. On the way back up, as we start to see more buyers creep into the market, increase into the market, creep into the market. If for whatever reason we get back to this first level, not 99.5, but if we get to 98K, because that's a more likely scenario too, it will come and retest 98K. If we get to 98K and the volume starts to decrease, we cannot break it with increasing volume, then more than likely we might reject this level and we'll go right back down to we'll go right back down to this 95. So if we get to 98K, we don't break it with volume, then go short. That's your trade idea. So even though I'm saying it now, it has not happened. If we get to 98, we don't break it, then go short. Then go short. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when you watch this video, you'll be like, dang, he did say that. If we get to 98K and we break it with increasing volume, then 99.5 is our next target. So that's a nice little, from here to here, nice little 1.24%. Nice little 1.24%. So if you're doing 1.24%, let's just call it 1.2% times 5x leverage, you're catching it a 6% total move. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. You want to see a break 98K with increasing volume. This is your first take profit is 99.5. Right? So you have two scenarios here for your next trade idea, for your next trade plan. Wait for confirmation. When we say wait for confirmation, what does that mean? We're not saying like, oh, be scary, be nitty. Nah, you want to see it interact with the level. You want to see how the price action reacts to key levels of support and resistance. So this 95 level is support. This 98.4 level is resistance. Either it's going to come here and bounce or break, if then, or it's going to come here and reject, if then, or break out, if then. If we break out, then we go long. If it rejects, then we go short. This is our condition. This is the conditional statement. Does that make sense?
If then, yeah.
Yeah, if then. That's how I want y'all to start thinking about the market. I know a lot of people like they complicate it, but it's really that simple. We're all we are doing is taking bounces or rejects off of key levels of support and resistance. Some ICT traders call this, fair value gaps and all these things. Ideally it's the same thing. And we have so many areas. We have the support, we have resistance, we have trend line support and resistance, we have volume, we have RSI. So I can look at my RSI indicator and say, yeah, we are pretty oversold. We are in that oversold territory where we could bounce. So you could play this on the way back up. I would like to see more definitive. I would like to see a reversal candle, which we did not really get. We kind of got this little shooting star pattern. So I guess you could kind of say that, but you kind of see we have very low volume. We are going into the weekend. So you could call this a reversal. I would like to see a decisive, a definitive, bullish engulfing candle here as far as a reversal. Okay. So I would like to see it either come back and retest this 95K and give me a clear bullish engulfing with increasing volume. And I just don't see that right now. So that's why I'm telling y'all, wait for the 98K level for the reject or for the breakout. Does that make sense? That's why I'm not in a hurry to take the trade right here. We're going into the weekend. We have decreasing volume. We just had this massive move. Let it consolidate. I think more than likely it's going to consolidate over the next few days, is what I think. Okay. But as it gets to this level, you now have your trade plan. Thanks to BitProfits. Let's see how much money I done gave y'all over the last 2 days. Let's see. I called it at 99.5. I just want to see how much value, how much alpha I'm giving y'all. I called it here. I called it at the 12 o'clock hour. I said take profit at 95K. 95K. Let's call it right there. For about 4.5%, right? So 4.5%, 4.5 times 5x leverage. So 22. Let's just call it 20. Let's just call it 20. So if you got a 100K bit funded account, you got a 100K bit funded account. Hopefully you're not just trading the whole account. Hopefully you're just having good risk management. You trading 20% of the account. You have a $20,000 trade size, right? $20,000 trade size. 0.2. That was a move. We said we're going to do just times 20%. So 0.2 times 100. I just gave the chat. I just gave the chat like $4,000 is what it is. 20,000 times 0.2. Yeah, 4,000. Yeah. I just gave the Discord $4,000. The free members. That's not even the elite. That's not even the one-on-one students. I just gave free value. 4,000. Is that correct? Is that right?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
$4,000 move, man. $4,000 play. And like I said, hey, y'all, and I just gave y'all, I gave you guys the next play. I gave you guys the next play. The next play is here. If you miss that move, it's okay. That's what I love about this. It's a 24-hour marketplace. You don't gotta wait till 9:30, wait for the stock market to get going just for somebody to make a tweet and you lose everything. You ain't gotta do that. You can catch this on the way back up. We are gonna consolidate, okay? You could set a limit order here and your take profit. This should be your first TP. This really should be your first TP. 99.5 is a stronger level. It's almost a 5% move. Okay. But realistically, if you just bought a new challenge, if you just bought a first challenge, you don't even need this whole 5% move. You really don't even need that. You just need a piece of it. You need to wait for confirmation and catch the strongest part of the move. And like I said, I just do not see that right now because we don't have a reversal candle with increasing volume. I just don't see it right now. But you still can catch it on the way up. And that's why I'm going to put this video out quickly for y'all because I want y'all to capitalize on this. And y'all come shout us out in the chat and just say, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all real traders in here and y'all giving real game. So that's kind of what I see on Bitcoin, and that's kind of what I see as far as that. I just wanted to introduce you guys to the conditions because it's really the best traders. The best traders can change their bias on a whim's notice. They can change their bias like that. Here I said, yeah, we're gonna get to 104. We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. But then if we do not hold with volume, if we cannot hold this level, then I got to pack my bags. We're going on a road trip, right? You have to be able to change your bias. And this is why all those bag holders, the crypto bros and the investors and the people that are just holding too long, this is why they're not really getting no money because they give back all their gains. They'll give it back. You could have wrote this up. You see the break of trend. You see a break of structure. That's what it is. That's what it's called. It's a break of structure. Sell, locking your profits. Even if like I know some people, they only like to go long. They're so bullish. They don't think crypto will ever go down. Blase, blase. Okay, that's fine. Then just wait for it to bottom out. Wait for us to hit super oversold on RSI and then play the bounces. You could just do that. You don't have to take longs if you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to take shorts if you don't feel comfortable. You could just play whatever floats your boat, but just understand that the market does reverse, right? And you need to be disciplined enough to take profit, guys. Take profit, okay? So that's pretty much all I have for tonight. Just a quick recap. We talked about we did some TA with Bitcoin, and we can look at some other coins if y'all want to look at some other coins. But we looked at TA and we talked about trend lines. We did a recap of trend lines, but we also talked about conditions and conditions in trading. And that is if then. If this happens, then I will take such and such action. If we break out, then I go long. If we consolidate, consolidate, and there's no more buyers to hold up the price and we break down, then I go short. If then. And that's how I want y'all to start thinking about the market. So if you learned anything from that, I want y'all to comment condition in the comment section, just so I know who really took some alpha from this video. Just comment condition for me, or y'all can join our Discord for free. We do have a free floor. We do post a lot of value even in the free floor. We post a lot of, I said, who caught the move? I want y'all to come and celebrate with us. Who caught the move that I told y'all? I said, and this was a 3-hour play. 3 hours. In 3 hours, it started to break down. I said, who caught the move? So jump in the chat. Let me know who caught that. And well, yeah, guys. Yeah, if y'all, like I said, if y'all learned anything from this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. We try to do this 3 times a week, and join our free Discord. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.